there was discussion about the difference between religious expression and political expression. And as I recall, the proponent questioned whether there would ever be sort of a commingling of those, and it would not be an issue. If I'm mistaken in interpreting the proponent's answers, I apologize. But I would ask that if a resident decided that that she wanted to hold a anti-abortion rally, and at that anti-abortion rally there was a considerable element of religious expression and prayer, would that be covered under this bill? And would the Housing Authority be able to prohibit that type of activity? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Jutila.
Through you, Madam Speaker, there's nothing in the bill that requires the Housing Authority to permit religious expression. There may be other laws or constitutional provisions or case law that might have an impact on their decision, but this bill would not have an impact on that. Through you.
Representative Dubitsky.
Well, thank you. I'm not sure I completely understand the answer. Would the authority be able to prohibit the prayer portion of a rally that is combined for the political anti-abortion issue and mixed with the religious? Could the authority under this bill prohibit the would they have the legal right to prohibit the religious expression? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Jutila.
Through you, Madam Speaker, nothing in this bill would prevent the authority from prohibiting the religious expression.
Representative Dubitsky.
I thank the proponent for that answer. So my question would be, how would a public housing authority determine what is political and what is religious? Would they have somebody monitoring what is going on at these events and stopping them when somebody started praying? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Jutila.
Through you, Madam Speaker. Again, democracy can be messy sometimes, and these issues come up every day in our country. And I'm not going to attempt to be the Supreme Court here and try to arbitrate a hypothetical issue between political and religious speech. Through you.
Representative Dubitsky.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the proponent for his answers. And unfortunately, I think that's exactly what we're setting up here. We're setting up a situation where we're requiring, or at least permitting, the housing authorities to determine what is political, what is religious, and essentially acting as the censors to determine what can and cannot be said at a public housing facility. And I think we're setting ourselves up here for a potentially very scary situation. I certainly support the concept of allowing everybody the free expression of political beliefs in housing, wherever they live, whether it's in public housing or anywhere else. But to have a bill that specifically carves out this one type of speech and allows an authority to prohibit other types of speech in this type of scenario, I think is a very scary infringement on free speech. And it may be intended to give more speech, but in fact what it does is it separates out between different types of speech. And I will be opposing it for that reason. Thank you, Madam Speaker.